Is there any limit to the bizarre headlines coming out of Washington these days? From high-stakes political maneuvering to literal barehanded brawls with wild animals, it seems like the rulebook has been thrown out the window and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is holding the pen. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in U.S. politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and ensures you don't miss our deep dives into the stories that the mainstream media is obsessing over. So, here is what went down. HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was visiting Dr. Mehmet Ounce's home when he encountered a pair of North American black racer snakes lounging on the patio. Now, most people would call animal control or simply give the reptiles some space, but that is not the RFK Jr. way. In a video posted to his X account, we see the secretary cornering these snakes, lunging at them, and eventually grabbing them by their tails with his bare hands. His wife, actress Cheryl Hines, can be heard in the background, clearly distressed, shouting "Honey, honey, why?" as the frenzy unfolded. The snakes, as you might expect, were not thrilled with the situation. They repeatedly bit Kennedy Jr. on his hands, but he seemed completely unfazed, flashing a wry smile at the camera while showing off his wriggling prizes. Even as Cheryl pleaded with him to stop, calling him nuts, Kennedy Jr. looked like he was having the time of his life. He later captioned the video with a light-hearted take, claiming Cheryl was cheerleading the removal of the snakes. This isn't just a random video of a man catching snakes, it's a window into the unconventional personality of a man who is now in charge of the Department of Health and Human Services. Critics and supporters alike have been forced to reconcile these viral, often bizarre, moments with the gravity of his new role. For many, the question isn't just about whether he should be handling venomous or non-venomous snakes, it's about his judgment. We have to remember that this isn't his first rodeo with wildlife. If you've been following the news cycle, you know that Kennedy Jr.'s history with animals is, to put it mildly, controversial. We've seen the reports about a bear carcass allegedly dumped in Central Park, and the resurfacing of the bizarre tale involving a whale head being strapped to the roof of a car. These are the kinds of stories that define the wild card reputation he carries in D.C. While the black racers he caught are technically non-venomous and generally harmless, they are known to be aggressive defenders of their space. The Florida Museum of Natural History notes that they will bite when molested, which is exactly what happened here. But the political optics of the Secretary of Health and Human Services engaging in a physical tussle with reptiles while his wife expresses horror adds yet another layer of complexity to his public image. Is this the kind of hands-on, get-the-job-done attitude that his base admires? Or is this exactly the kind of chaotic behavior that his detractors fear will distract from the serious work required of a cabinet-level position? The reality is that Kennedy Jr. is a man who seems to thrive on the unconventional. He isn't interested in playing the part of the polished, buttoned-up bureaucrat. Whether he's debating public health policy or wrangling snakes on a private patio, he is consistently disrupting the standard narrative. However, in the world of U.S. politics, image is everything. When you are the head of the largest health agency in the nation, every move you make is scrutinized. For his supporters, he's a maverick who isn't afraid to get his hands dirty. For his critics, it's further proof of erratic behavior. So, what do you think about this? Is this just a man being himself, or does this behavior reflect a lack of professional decorum that we should be concerned about in a top government official? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one, and I want to hear if you think this helps or hurts his standing in the eyes of the American public. We are going to keep watching this story closely as it develops. Stay tuned for more, and thank you for watching.